Hello YouTube, and thank you for watching this video. Today we are going to do a Chaos Dragon deck profile as one of my very first videos. Please leave your suggestions, tips, and things you just want to see on YouTube. So let's get started with the deck profile. One Light and Darkness Dragon. He works great. Everybody goes, oh, it's too hard to summon him, but it's not. And when you do get him out, your opponents just do not know how to deal with him properly, and then they end up wasting all their cards and effects on trying to get rid of Lad. And especially with a Lad loop of Apocalypse and Red Eyes, this card works perfectly in the deck, and it can be a dead draw, but it's not really ever a dead draw. Dark Horus, he can bring back your Apocalypse and your two Axe Dragonoots. And with the new format coming out and the September ban list, I'm trying to build a Chaos Dragon deck around him with Light and Pulsar because Red Eyes Darkness Metal is going to 1. So, leave your suggestions on new Chaos Dragon deck for the new format. Dark Arm Dragon. Boss monster, can be a dead draw, but you drop him and it's almost instant game. He works great. Red Eyes, double. I don't run 3. You don't need 3. You need him here to special summon. That's really it, and he's a great card, but the deck was too dependent on him, which is why I am only running 2. And this deck is not based around just getting him out. It's based around getting everything out and winning in multiple ways. This card helps, but other ways work. But if you have more ways to win, the more likely you are to win. So I find running 2 works just a little bit better. And he can be a dead draw when you need that normal monster. When you need that level 4. Triple Light Pulsar. Banish 1 light, 1 dark to special him. And 1 level 5. When he leaves the field, you get to special summon 1 level 5 dark monster. Love it. So many combinations with this card. You can bring back out Dark Horus, your Red Eyes, any of those guys. Your Dark Flare, even if you need it. A Vice Dragon maybe. Whatever you need, you can bring it back when he's gone. That, and you can loop by having Red Eyes and Light Pulsar on the field. It's just a really hard to combo to get out of. Double Dark Flare. Great combo with this guy and Eclipse Wyvern. You send 1 from the hand, 1 from the deck. Anyway, send 1 Dragon type from the hand, 1 from the deck. And then you can banish 1 card in either graveyard. So if you need to get rid of Hornet or you want to banish your Eclipse in your graveyard, he works great. Speaking of Eclipse, double Eclipse. When this card is sent to the graveyard, banish 1 level 7 or higher. So banish your Dark Horus, your Dark Armed if you need him, and your Red Eyes if you need him. And then when he's banished, you get that card to your hand, which is great when you need your Red Eyes or your Dark Armed. Okay, 1 Divine Dragon Apocalypse. He does work good. I'm debating about putting him at 2, but for right now, he works really well at 1. With the new format, I think he's going to be at 3 possibly. Okay, Axe Dragonoot double. You only need 2. He's okay at 3. You can wall with him when he's in attack. You don't have to. He does have a drawback where he goes to defense, but he's good, and you can bring him back with your Dark Horus. He's a Dark Horus target, and he just works really well in the deck. Prime Material Dragon. Any damage that would be inflicted to a player by an effect, so burn damage, it gets reversed. So let's say they go Magic Cylinder, up Prime Material, I gain it instead, or discard a card, and it negates the destruction of a monster on your field. or monsters. Love this card. That, and with the stupid chain burn decks, this card works great. Vice Dragon. I'm thinking about putting him at 2, but I'm not sure. But he works really well at 1. You can special summon him, and his attack and defense are halved. But you can special him, and then you can banish him for your Red Eyes, or you can tribute him for your Light Pulsar, or he can just do so many. There's so many different uses for him. Or if you need to, you can tribute him and get a beater out. He just works. He's really good for this type of thing when you need to special summon, or there's not a lot of monsters where you can just normal summon and then tribute. So you can tribute really well with this guy. One Wyvern. Okay, this is to bring back your Red Eyes. Say you don't have any monsters, you can't normal summon this turn. So, and this guy is in your graveyard, and so is your Red Eyes. You banish this in during your end phase, and boom, Red Eyes Darkness Metal back on the field. You don't need to. People say, oh, run 1 Wyvern for every Red Eyes. No, that doesn't work. They're idiots. Trust me, I'm your friend. 1 Chaos Sorcerer. He's Chaos Sorcerer. He doesn't need to be more than 1. He works great in the deck, but it's Chaos Dragons, so nothing really to be said. He's a great card, but he's really only good at 1. And Gores. You gotta love Gores. Nothing really to be said. Heavy Storm, staple. Dark Hole, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. Double MST. Really good, just staples. Nothing to say. Duality. You only need 1 because this deck can be inconsistent. I mean, it works pretty well, but if you need a normal monster or something, or you just get dead draws, like you get Lad, Dark Horus, and Dark Armed, and you can't do anything with them, this helps, but I might put it at 2. Doesn't really need to be at 2, but it works pretty well. Allure, again with the consistency thing. It lets you draw 2 cards and then remove 1 dark monster from your hand, which you can bring back if you have the right cards in your deck, but I don't like to do that. Or just discard your whole hand, which also can help if you have all light monsters, like a Light Pulsar in your hand, and you can't do anything with them. You get the 2 cards, and you get to dump some dragons in the grave, which can help sometimes. Okay. 1 Lance. He can be bumped to 2. I prefer it at 1s. You can either make your opponent lose 800 attack, which I use him more often for that than I do his actual effect, or you can drop, let's say you drop your Red Eyes Darkness Metal. They try to bottomless, you lance it, and it stays. It's good. I might bump it to 2. Foolish. You can drop your Eclipse in the graveyard, your Red Eyes Wyvern in the graveyard. You can, so many stuff. Everybody knows Foolish. It's a great card. Future Fusion. Alrighty. Everybody knows what this card does, and there are so many OTKs with Future Fusion that you can do with this deck. It's just a great card. Although he's going bye-bye in September ban list along with two red eyes, so that makes me sad. Solemn Warning. Okay. Only 1. He works great at 1. I just don't like the fact that you give it 4,000 life points if you use both of them, so I keep it at 1. Solemn Judgment. Boss card. Everybody knows what it does. Pretty basic. Starlight Road. Brings out Stardust, and it's good for Dark Hole or Heavy Storm. Just works great. Double Fiendish. You only need 2. It stops attacks or effects or both if you need to. It's a great card. No deck is incomplete without your double bottomless. Everybody knows what this does. This is for your annoying hairy addicts, and it's just a boss card. No deck is complete without it. And Torrential. You only need 1 in this deck because you do special summon a lot with this deck. So your field would fill up pretty quickly, and Torrential would not be the ideal card to use if you're special summoning a lot, because you could have a full field and you only need 1. Mirror Force, staple, basic, easy, whatever. Everybody uses it. It's a great card. Alright, the side deck. Obviously your Utopia, but I don't have that with me right now. So do use your number 39 Utopias, they work well. Then you have your 5-headed for your future fusion. Your Stardust for your Starlight Road. Adrius, Keeper of Armageddon. Alright. 2 level 5s, and you can detach 1 material to destroy 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, or 1 face-up card your opponent controls. I like this card. Don't go into it that often, but when you do, it's really good. And a Gemnite Pearl, just for a beater, simple beater. A little bit better than Axe Dragonoot. Works great. It's just a good card. Okay guys, well that's it. Leave suggestions for videos. Suggestions about the deck. That's basically it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want on this channel. Peace.